If you are facing Nightingale loading screen issue, then you are at the right place. We have got the best ways to fix the issue. Welcome back to Silicophilic, your go-to source for tech tips and fixes. Method 1. First, make sure your system fulfills the minimum requirements to run the game. Here are the minimum and recommended requirements for Nightingale. Check this. Minimum requires a 64-bit processor and operating system. OS Windows 10 64-bit. Processor Intel Core i5-4430. Memory 16 GB RAM. Graphics NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060, Radeon RX 580 or Intel Arc A580. DirectX version 12. Network broadband internet connection. Storage 70 GB available space. Recommended requires a 64-bit processor and operating system. OS Windows 10 64-bit. Processor Intel Core i5-8600. Memory 16 GB RAM. Graphics GeForce RTX 2060 Super or Radeon RX 5700 XT. DirectX version 12. Network broadband internet connection. Storage 70 GB available space. Additional things you should consider. An internet connection is required to play the game. You will also require SSD. Windows 10 version 1909, revision 18363.1350 or greater, version 2004, revision 19041.789 or greater, version 20H2, revision 19042.789 or greater. You can check the system requirements from this link. Method 2. If you're running the game from Steam, then try to launch it with Big Picture mode. Open Steam, and here you should see the Big Picture mode icon. Use this Big Picture mode for Nightingale and see if it launches. Method 3. When you cannot launch Nightingale on PC, restart your computer. If the problem has occurred due to minor bugs and glitches, it can get fixed with a fresh restart. Ctrl+Shift+Escape to launch Task Manager. Go to the Processes tab and right-click on the game. Select the End Task option to close all the processes related to the game and Steam. Now restart your PC. Once your system restarts, try launching the game. Method 4. You need a stable internet connection while playing games like Nightingale. So check your internet speed from speedtest.net. If you have an unstable and poor internet connection, then contact your service provider. You can also restart your router or modem and see if this works. Method 5. Next, you can check the Nightingale server status. Check the game servers from here. You can also check Nightingale's official X handle or Nightingale Discord server for server updates. If there is any server outage, then wait for some time. When the server becomes up and live again, try to launch the game and see. Method 6. The programs and services running in the background interfere with your game and cause loading issues. So perform a clean boot to disable those unnecessary running services. Press Windows+R keys to launch the Run utility. Enter msconfig in the Run command box and hit Enter. The system configuration window will open now. Select the Services tab and check the box right beside Hide All Microsoft Services. Click on the Disable All option. This will stop all the programs that are running in the background except the Microsoft services. Close the window and right-click on your taskbar. Click on Task Manager. Next, click on the Startup tab and right-click on the programs you want to disable. Click the Disable option. After finishing the process, restart your PC. Now launch the game and check. Method 7. Flushing the DNS will clear all the DNS cache. You can also reset the network settings. If the game is not loading due to network-related issues, then this should fix the problem. Here is how to do so. Type CMD in the search menu. Select Run as Administrator. Copy and paste the following commands in the elevated command prompt window. Press the Enter button after each command. ipconfig/flush DNS, ipconfig/release, ipconfig/renew, netsh int IP reset, netsh winsock reset. Once done, restart your PC and then launch the game. Method 8. Sometimes launching the game from the game launcher can be the reason why it is not loading. So launch the game from the game installation folder. Open Steam and right-click on the game. Go to Properties, select Installed Files and click on Browse. This should take you to the game installation folder. Try launching the game from here. Method 9. The next thing you can do is run the game as an administrator. The game files may sometimes need administrative privileges to run, else it can crash or freeze. So go to the game installation folder, right-click on the game exe and open its properties. Head to the compatibility tab. Check the box for Run this program as an administrator. Click on Apply and then on OK. You can also run Steam as an administrator and then launch the game. To do that, go to the Steam installation folder. Right-click on the Steam exe and open its properties. Head to the compatibility tab. Check the box for Run this program as an administrator. Click on Apply and then on OK. Now launch the game and check. Method 10. Another thing you can do is change the compatibility mode while playing Nightingale. To do that, open the game properties. Then go to the compatibility tab. Check the box for Run this program in compatibility mode for the option. Select a Windows version and click on Apply and then on OK. Method 11. Missing or corrupted game files can also cause issues while playing Nightingale. So verify the game files. Here is how you can verify the integrity of the game files from Steam platform. Head to the Steam library, right-click on the game and open its properties. Go to the Install Files tab and click on the Verify Integrity of the Game Files option. Wait till Steam verifies the game files and download the missing file or fix the corrupted game files. Once done, launch the game and check. Method 12. Go to this PC. Go to C drive. Open the users folder. Next, open your username folder. Go to the app data folder. If you do not see the app data folder, then click on the View tab from the top. Select Show and then check Hidden Items. Now you should see the app data folder. Open the app data folder. Then open the local folder. Now open the NWX folder. Inside this, you will find the saved folder. Next, open the config folder and open the Windows client folder. Here, you should see the engine file. Right-click on it. Open with Notepad. Scroll down to the end. Copy and paste this entry. You will get this in the description. You can copy and paste it from there. After entering this, go to the File tab and click on Save. Now launch the game and check. If this doesn't work, you can replace this entry and check. You will also get this in the description below. Method 13. If you are currently using a VPN and experiencing game loading issues, try disabling it. Sometimes VPNs can interfere with game functionalities due to various factors like connection routing or security measures. Disabling it might resolve the loading problem. In case you are not using a VPN service, then you can use one and try launching the game. Method 14. The next thing you can do is disable full screen optimization. Double-click on this PC and go to the game installation folder. Open the game folder, right-click on the game exe and open its properties. Go to the Compatibility tab and disable full screen optimization. Click on Apply and then on OK to save changes. Method 15. You should always keep them updated to avoid issues while gaming. Right-click on the Windows search button and choose Device Manager. Go to the Display Adapters section and then expand it. Right-click on your graphics driver. Select the Update Driver option. Click on the Search Automatically for Drivers option and follow the instructions provided on screen to download and install the latest driver. If updating graphics drivers didn't work, you can reinstall them. Expand the Display Adapters section and right-click on your graphics driver. Click on Uninstall Device option and follow the on-screen instruction to complete the process. After uninstall device drivers, install them again. For the AMD graphics driver, install the Radeon app and then run it. Similarly, for NVIDIA graphics drivers, install and run the GeForce Experience. You should visit the official websites of your graphics card manufacturer to update your graphics card drivers. These websites are linked in the description below. Download the latest drivers for the graphics card installed on your computer from these websites. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete the driver installation process. Once done, restart your PC. Then rerun the app to check for any updates. If any update is available, download and install them. If you have multiple GPUs for your system, then make sure to use the one for gaming, as this can tackle the graphics intensive tasks well. So using the dedicated GPU for gaming can avoid issues while playing games like Nightingale. There are different ways to check if you are running the dedicated graphics card depending on your operating system and the specific card you have. You can follow the method shown here. Press Windows key plus R to open the Run utility. Type devmgmt.msc and press Enter to open Device Manager. Expand Display Adapters. You should see two adapters listed here. One for your dedicated graphics card and one for your integrated graphics card. The dedicated graphics card may also have a higher memory size listed. So make sure to run the game with a higher memory size to avoid loading or crashing issues. Method 16. To change the launch options of Nightingale, right-click on the game from Steam. Open Properties, go to the General tab, type -DX11 and -DX12 in the launch options and try to launch the game. Method 17. Open Windows Settings. Then go to the System tab and select Display and then head to the display resolution. You can try a lower resolution than the recommended one for your PC and check if the game loads now. Method 18. To find the config folder of Nightingale, go to this PC. Go to C drive. Open the users folder. Next, open your username folder. Go to the app data folder. If you do not see the app data folder, then click on the View tab from the top. Select Show and then check Hidden Items. Now you should see the app data folder. Open the app data folder, then open the local folder. Now open the NWX folder. Inside this, you will find the saved folder and delete the config folder and launch the game. But make sure you want to do this, as this will delete all your saved game settings. Method 19. Disabling the overlays can boost the gaming performance. Here, we are showing how to disable Steam overlay. Open Steam and head to Library. Find Nightingale and right-click on the game. Go to its properties. Now select the General tab. Disable the Enable the Steam overlay while in-game option. Make sure you disable other overlay apps like Discord, GeForce Experience, NVIDIA Shadowplay overlay, or AMD overlay. Method 20. Another potential cause of this issue could be firewall interference. So you can check that by allowing the game through firewall and your antivirus program. Here, we are showing how to allow the game through Windows Security. Open the Windows Security app using the search menu. Now click on the Firewall and Network Protection option. After that, tap on the Allow an App through Firewall option from the right side pane and then press the Change Settings button. Next, click on the Allow another app button and then press the Browse button to select the game exe file. Click on Open and then click on the Add button. You will now see the game under the list of allowed apps and features. Tick the checkbox associated with the game and enable it on both public and private networks. Once done, you can press the OK button to save the changes. Finally, you can relaunch the game file and check if it is loading properly. Method 21. Windows updates can help resolve issues with game performance. Also, updating Windows to the latest version ensures your computer runs with the latest security and performance enhancements. Type Check for Updates in the search menu and select the top option. Click on the Check for Updates button. If any update is available, download and install the updates. Restart your PC for that. Method 22. The apps running in the background can sometimes conflict with Nightingale and cause performance issues. So close the unnecessary running programs. Right-click on the Windows Start button and select Task Manager. Go to the Processes tab and right-click on the processes you want to close. Select the End Task option. Repeat the same for each task you want to kill. Then exit the window. Method 23. Sometimes the devices attached to your system can also cause gaming issues. So disconnect HOTAs, pedals, mouse, wheel, Razer Tartaras or any additional USB adapter connected to your PC. Also disconnect any joystick, controller or multiple monitor setup. Method 24. To increase VRAM, type Advanced System Settings in the Windows search. Select the top option. Go to the Performance section and select Settings. Click on the Advanced tab. Under Virtual Memory, click on the Change button. Uncheck the Automatically Manage Paging File Size for all drives option. Choose the drive where you want to store the paging file. Select Custom Size. In the Initial Size field, enter a value equal to 1.5 times of the total available RAM on your system. In the Maximum Size field, enter a value that is 3 times of your total RAM. Now, here is how to check your system's available RAM. Go to Windows Settings and select System. Next, select About. Check your system's RAM here. After you have set the value as per your system, click on Set. Next, click on OK for twice. Once done, restart your PC. Method 25. If you have opened too many browsers tab, then this can also lag the system and cause your game to crash or create issues. So while gaming, close the browsers you do not need. Then launch the game and see if this helps. Method 26. Many games, including Nightingale, require a specific version of DirectX to run properly. If you have an outdated or incompatible version, it will cause issues. The latest version of DirectX ensures the game's improved performance. Search DirectX Runtime Download on Google and open the first result from Microsoft.com. Select the installer language you prefer and click on the download. Wait for the download to finish and then run the installer. Complete the installation and wait for the installation to finish. After the installation completes, restart your PC. Method 27. Installing Visual C++ redistributable can be helpful while playing Nightingale, since it includes a set of libraries that helps the game rely on and function normally. If these libraries are missing or outdated, it leads to loading screen issues. To install Visual C++ redistributable, search for Visual C++ redistributable on Google. Click on the first link of Microsoft.com. Download the recently available Visual C++ redistributable. Ensure you download for the correct architecture like x64 for 64-bit systems and x86 for 32-bit systems. Install the downloaded file and restart your PC. Method 28. Overclocking can boost performance but sometimes strain your PC's components and cause issues while gaming. So disable overclocking and see if this can fix the issue. Boot into your BIOS or UEFI settings. The process of booting into BIOS varies from system to system. So you can visit your manufacturer's website to know how to boot into your BIOS or go through the user manual to find it. Here are the basic steps to enter into BIOS or the UEFI settings. Open your Windows settings. Click on Recovery from the right pane. Then click on the Restart Now button next to Advanced Startup. Once your PC restarts, select Troubleshoot, then go to Advanced Options. Then you should find the UEFI firmware settings. Once you boot into your BIOS or UEFI settings, navigate to the overclocking section and then disable it. You should close all the overclocking apps like MSI Afterburner or Riva Tuner. Also, make sure to turn off MSI Dragon Center and Razer Synapse or Corsair software and Lightning's service.exe or Nahimic services in the Task Manager. Method 29. If you are using an outdated version of the BIOS, then this can also be the reason why you are having issues loading Nightingale. Each motherboard is different. So go through the manual of your motherboard to know how to update your BIOS. Follow the instructions to complete updating BIOS. After updating BIOS, you should not get the error. Method 30. If the above methods cannot fix the issue, then reinstall the game. To do so, open Settings, open Apps and Installed Apps. Click on the three-dot menu next to the game. Click on the Uninstall button. Follow as shown to uninstall the game. Once the uninstallation process completes, restart your PC. Once your PC restarts, reinstall the game to some other drive. Now launch the game and check. And there you have it, the 30 methods to fix Nightingale loading screen issue. We hope one of these methods have worked for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tips and troubleshooting guides. Leave a comment and help others know which solutions solve your problem. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next video.